Okay. We had this, it's hit or miss. It's 50-50. Um, you know, sometimes the computer, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. It's hit or miss. Brainwashing. What was that guy's name? Hanbom? He talked about this, or I made the story like, this is true actually, but every day when I would walk to work, I used to say the same sentence over and over again. I love tomatoes. I love tomatoes. And eventually, after a few weeks of doing this, I brainwashed myself into thinking that I like tomatoes. So you can brainwash yourself into thinking that you like, or that English is your language. By the way, usually brainwashing is a negative thing, and Kim Jong-un does it. Water off a duck's back. Chaseungryol, right? Yes, a few times he talked about in one ear and out the other, but he's also talked about, another word in there is like water off a duck's back. They call me a dum-dum, but just like water off a duck's back. Time's up. Time has expired. The break is over. The break is finished. We can use all these. Pull that off. Jaehyuk. Jaehyuk talked about this, that you do something amazing that nobody else thought you could do. So we saw a video. Of this guy doing this motorcycle jump in Las Vegas. Robbie something or other. Anyway, he jumps up to the top of the column there. Maybe it's Caesar's Palace. And everybody's like, whoa, how'd you pull that off? Straightforward, open. Be open about it. I hope, any language issues, if you guys want to talk about it, just tell me. I think it's better for a class to be a little bit open. But if not, no worries. Throwing me off my game. This is we had this in the beginning of the day, and then at the end of the day, Gil. Because remember at the end of the class, hi Gil, are you listening to this? I hope you are. We were talking about, Caesar, and he mentioned the chimpanzees are Planet of the Apes. And for a minute there, I was kind of like, wait, what? Huh? What? So it kind of threw me off my game. Game is if you're performing well, but that was a good example of that word. I like this one for Sonbei Hubei, Jedi Master, Jedi Apprentice. Again, Jaehyuk. Was it Choi Jaehyuk? He's talking a lot. I'm pretty happy. But he talked about what happens when the police pull you over. I like the idea of keeping your hands at 10 and 2. I've never gotten a ticket. I've gotten out of all my tickets. Get your friend to do it. Your friend doesn't want to do that for you, so maybe if you don't want to speak, try to get your friend to speak. Get your hopes up. That was in the Boston Logan thing we watched today. So the guy says, I don't want to get your hopes up, but there may be a release for LaGuardia. We might finish this class a little early today, but I don't want to get your hopes up. Again, we like to put different sentences, the same or similar meaning together. Did you do that on purpose? Was that intended? You meant to do that? Did you mean to do that? Piecemeal. Daehyun explained this and said we can't finish the project in one day. We're going to have to do it piecemeal. So because we're busy, we're working here in the company, you kind of got to study the English language, in your free time. You kind of have to do it piecemeal. Daehyun and I also talked about this. For Junmunga was expert, but I prefer to say you have know-how. He or she has a lot of know-how. They know how to do something. They like to do it. Relax, chill. I said chillax, and some people said, what? Hey, just relax, just chill, just chillax. But chillax is very slang and informal, so it's not that common. Hey, Adam, the audio, it was barely audible. I couldn't really hear that well. I think Sungjae said this. Or Yongjae, not Yongjae.